Hello, everybody. It is I, Beats. We are here. Okay. So today we're gonna hopefully finish off this rule book. Maybe not quite get there, but we should be pretty dang close. We've got a list of terms to make. We've got to add the deck building rules, and then we have to just make sure everything looks pretty. I may need to add cost into here too. That was my one other thought, but technically I do need to go through and do a pass of just fixing every single card that's in here. So that should be interesting, but we'll see. See how it goes. Part of me does wonder if there's any world I can fit these together. I know we kind of talked about this last time, but is there any reality where this can all fit in one dealio here? And for that, we will find out, I suppose. Let's see. Player card types can move up a smidge. Player icons can move up a smidge. Card effects can move up a bit. Part of me just wants to get rid of this card effects. What if we do this? We get unit effects and triggered effects. Those can move down just a smidge. Maybe. Just maybe. And maybe base effects can just go like in here. How do I rename this? Double click. There we go. Oops. I think if we, is there anything actually on this layer? No, it's redundant. If we actually just shrink this down, maybe we can actually make this work. Just maybe. It's a little crowded. Potentially. But we shall see. Maybe we can make this work. I was gonna start with other stuff first, but I don't think my brain can quite handle that right this second, so I need to warm up. Been doing too much random crud. Maybe we just put this over here and then do the text here. And then we make this a bit bigger again. Maybe that's a little too big. Let's just add in an arrow. That should be pretty good, I think. We've consolidated it back to one page, which works. It's not perfect. Well, I don't know, it's pretty good. If I do say so myself. Which I don't. Why is my drawing pad not working? There we go. Whoa, why does it look so weird? Also, Control Z is not working. Hello? Oh, it's because I'm on pencil tool. That's kind of interesting. Brush tool. The fact that Control Z isn't working is kind of a little bit of a pain, though. I'm guessing maybe it has to do with my tablet being... That's so obnoxious. I do not know why it's not working. Can we do this? This way? Eraser works. I don't know if I can handle Control Z not working though. Yeah, that's gonna be obnoxious. All right, we will Control S work. It does. The Shift key is stuck somehow. What is happening? I'm sorry, everyone. This is annoying. There we go. All right, just had to do some random stuff, and now it's working again. Let's do red. Maybe make it a little bit of a silly line, you know? Make it a little bit silly. Am I crazy? Doing it a slightly different color. Nah. All right, there we go. I guess we don't need page 3.5, which is great. Don't have to reorganize too much. We actually can delete page 3.5. Cool. And then we can move on. Page 4. I mean, this page should be good enough as is. I mean, it's just mostly the hard anatomy plus explaining what the old god is. This, on the other hand, this is where it gets tricky. Mostly because there's a lot of room here and not a lot to do with it. Unless we, like, really shift stuff around. Like, move these icons back into, like, their own... The only really thing we can move out of here is the strength one into here. Let's start by... by throwing a guide in here. New guide layout. Okay. Okay, so we know that this needs to move down a smidge. About there. I could make this a little less cramped, and I could take the strength icon out of here. Which is maybe worth doing. I don't know. Okay, and then I guess we can just delete that. And then everything move up to here, or I guess like here-ish. And then we can give everything a little bit of breathing room if we want. Hello? There we go. Maybe do something like this, and then we can move this text up a smidge, and maybe... is this all one block of text? It really is. It really truly is. That is not ideal. Maybe we can just do this. Nope, not that. This. And move this down just a pinch. I don't know if that was really worth moving everything around for, but what's page? So 4 is this. Maybe we just have like a heading. Oops, let me do that. We want now that I'm looking at this, I want to move this down just a smidge. Just a touch. There we go. Let me look at page 2 for half a second. Okay. I'm gonna copy this. And we'll have like a heading here. I guess it's the same size. I didn't really need to do this. Sometimes I like to just copy and paste stuff so I don't have to determine. This is really annoying. There we go. That way I don't have to like mess anything up, but we need this. I guess all these are heading for nah, whatever. Yeah, I don't know what to put here. What's page 6, real quick? Page 6. It is more player stuff, which is... arguably not very full. When in doubt, we'll probably just throw some cards down here, just to... and then just maybe do like, did you know that icons appear on cards? I think that's probably the play. I suppose we could take units and put them... I hate how this works sometimes. Why do you just do this to me? There we go. We could take units and put them on there because they are icons. The 6, what's page 7? We're doing a whole bunch of arranging here. Page 7's pretty good, though. I don't really want to mess with that one. 7.5? Yeah, here's... best viewers. And delete. Wait, no, we couldn't put this over here because that would be moving stuff from another page. Yeah, let's not do that. That's fine. This is done. We don't need to touch this anymore. We do need to add something here, and we need to add something here just to make this a little more filled out. Wait. Trying to make sure I'm doing this right. Well, here's page 7. Okay, so page 7 and 7.5, maybe we can get away with kind of combining a bit. Let me slide this over. Thank you. I always wonder if this looks too cramped now, but it's fine. What's page 8? Did I already look at that? Page 8 is pretty solid. These graphics could, in theory, be smaller, but meh. I think we just make our graphics a bit bigger and then just call it good. Here it's a little trickier because we can't really make the icons bigger. It doesn't really make sense to. So we'll just probably have some cards and just like a fun fact at the bottom. Whereas here, I think we just organize the cards. Let's move spells down. To about there. We can increase the size of all these. Like 200%. Probably do the same thing for spells, actually, if we just do this and take all these and expand these. Move all these down. Move play phase just up a smidge. Just for the fun of it. And player draw phase can actually just come down a little bit. Because it's already higher than it should be, just by a bit. And again, we can just keep increasing graphic size. I didn't have my my light thing on. Okay, sorry. Let's see. I think I can do this. There we go. Better. At some point, I may have to just remake the entire rulebook, but you know, here we are. Just for form factor, but it's cool. This is fine. I'm fine with this for now. Cool, that page is done. Again, we need to do something here, and we need to figure out something here. This page, let's just do the quick correction now, may as well. Generally, order of operations is flexible, though some situations require a specific sequence. Here is a hierarchy of for how effects resolve. Spells and abilities take precedence over all. Well, action, no effect occurs before a spell. So in theory, a cost, I believe, takes precedent over all of these. So we need to reword this sentence, I guess, and then we need to find... Let's throw in the cost icon. We'll need to move over a bit. Cost is always first. I don't know exactly what scale these other ones are at. Oops. 200%. That is 2000%. There we go. Here's where all the arrows are. Let's do a new arrow. Where's this order of operations? Let's just ask our old buddy ChatGPT. I probably should stop using this rulebook one. I don't even know where it is now. Rulebook. So we're adding cost to the first in the order of this list here. Spells and abilities take precedence over all their actions. So now that costs exist, abilities, spells and abilities. Shouldn't really say they take precedence, right? Costs and abilities are resolved. Costs are resolved first before any other effects. After cost, spells and abilities are resolved. If multiple spells or abilities are played at the same time, players may decide which resolves first. Following this, curses take precedence, then defeated effects, and finally triggered effects. Perfect. Man, if you can't write, tell you what, ChatGPT is nice for that. You're bad at spelling and words like me. Man, does it help? I bet so. Thunder, welcome. How you doing today? It's good to have you here. Good morning. Or afternoon, or wherever, whatever your time is. I guess we can replace this icon over here. We are gonna have to go through the entire rulebook and replace every like existing card, I think. I need water, jeez. Almost 11, there you go. It's almost 2 for me. Good old time zones. Yeah, we need to change this to sounds like a good update for the rulebook. Yeah. It will definitely be a good bit of work, but just to replace everything. But, well, arguably it won't be that bad because I set it up in such a way that I can just go in and replace stuff, right? Like I can just go in here. I'm trying to replace this yellow icon at the bottom. So I can just go in, I can go to my card layout stuff, my not card templates, icons, and then I can replace it with the curse gem and then hit place, and then it gets swapped. Well, if you leave it, it ends up just being more later. Yeah, it's true. But yeah, arguably it won't be that bad. There's only a few things that are a little bit more of a pain. I might leave it at till the end because it's the least necessary thing, because most of it is like it's more a cosmetic thing than it is like a clarity thing, right? Why is there just a letter T? Oh, it's just renamed. Never mind. Never mind. I guess like here it might matter, like for the damage section, like I can probably replace the power level icon. But in theory, if I do that, relink file, power level gem, bam, done. But yeah, like replacing these cards, like a lot of them have like changed effects, so in theory they should have a they should be updated because they don't look like how the cards look now. But I'm gonna do that all in one pass, I think, rather than it's not really like I'm putting it off. I'm just think it'd be easier to do it all at once. Anyway, we got that. I do need to put something down here. I need to clean this up and make it look a little bit better. A little less empty, I guess, right? And then, I need to add the list of terms and then deck building into here, which means I do need to add one more page, I think. Page 13, if you will. But yeah, should be easy enough. File, new, letter, create. Paste this in here. Move it so it looks better. By looks better, I mean fits more with the whatever here. Save as. Unless you have a card overhaul you've been thinking of doing, it would suck to do it all now and just have to do it all over again later. Yeah. Hard to say, honestly. I don't think there's gonna be too much of an overhaul, but I think I'm really getting close to a point where I just want to be like, the only thing I want to be adding is just new cards. But who knows how this is all gonna go once we start playtesting it and maybe find out other stuff. But I don't even know where am I going here? It's not in art, that's why. Rulebook. So it's really hard to say, unfortunately. It's very hard to say whether or not I'm gonna have to like do another overhaul again. Again, I decided I think I'm trying to be okay with having to do overhauls if necessary. So yeah. That's the main thing. I cannot stand when I have Discord notifications unread. I would hope not. The card design already looks solid. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think anything's going to change too drastically, but, you know, every now and then I change, like, a few little things, you know, that end up changing a lot of other stuff. Like, you do one change, and then it's like, okay, I need to move this one icon over a smidge, and then it's like, okay, well, now I have to correct it on every single, like, thing in the rulebook. But, you know, here we are. Yeah, it's a domino effect. You do one change and it affects everything. All right, let's collect all our notes here on deck building and then write something up for it. So we got that. I thought there was something else I wrote in here. I know we have our little chart Might be worth bringing that up. Because I had to like do some math and I was like, I'm just gonna write this down. Is there any other notes I took on it? It would probably be in beta, if anything. No. There's new cards, but that doesn't really affect the mechanics, really. I think this is all we need. Actually, this technically we don't need. We just need this part. Okay, so for deck building, how do we want to phrase this? I guess let's see what we did for the number of players. I have pages for maths. Some I don't even remember where they go to. I have no organizational skills, IRL. I feel ya. I feel you there. I try to keep stuff as organized as I can, but sometimes it gets hard. I'm trying to decide if I like introduce this in here as like an experimental feature. I guess I kind of do. Let's just write something out and then we can have ChatGPT help us. So deck building is also an experimental feature. Deck building is 2 words. Currently, this is how it works. So there's limitations. I'm trying to remember how all this... Sorry, I'm not talking because I don't remember exactly how all this works. So there's limitations. When building a deck, a player is limited to the following number of cards per card type, I guess. 2 of any hero, 3 of any land, 1 of any structure or spell. Actually, I probably should do 1 of any structure, comma, 1 of any spell. Actually, yay, more people. More people. Am I missing something? I did see more viewer counts for half a second there, but Can you guys see the viewer count on the main page? For watching? Okay, yeah. Sorry, it's just bouncing up and down a little bit on my live thing. Now 2. It should be back up to 3 now, but yeah, we get some lurkers for sure. Although, I don't know. Today has been kind of slow. I was active for like at least like half an hour there with no one. Someone was watching, I think. I don't know if they were saying anything, but actually, I guess it's not even a limitation. When building a deck, player should follow the proportions of each card type. Yeah, because it's like a proportional thing. Yeah, I mean, freaking Monday was like super busy. I'm wondering if I almost wonder if like early days are gonna be better now, but they seem to be when most of the like active viewers are, but always interesting. In deck building, a player should follow the proportions for each card type. The deck can be any size. However, I recommend a total card count of 32 cards. Or half of the full deck. I don't know how long I'll be an active watcher. Once the season starts to get pretty busy making money so I can relax during the winter. That totally makes sense to me. Gotta make that money. Honestly, like, yeah, I used to never like watch streams and be active in them. But then I started working from home and now I can, you know, I can be a little more active. I've been trying not to be though, because it can be really, really distracting when you're trying to actually work on stuff. Even just watching a stream. But sometimes it's just nice to relax and hang out with someone, you know? But either way, I appreciate you being here when you can. And if you can't, that's totally fine too. It's a treat to have you here. I guess something like likewise. The Old God deck should be a proportion of the player's deck. How does this work again? how do I write this as a proportion? So for every 4 cards a player has, the old god should have 3 cards? Which is definitely very confusing to, like, just tell someone how to do that. Wait, no, that's not right. That's definitely not right. Yeah, no, it is. Well, gods get -1 card from players. No, it's confusing because the old gods, the problem is the players have, oh wait, how do, there's of players. Yeah, it's sort of. So the problem is the math is like calculated differently. Players have to have a proportional number of sets. There's probably a better way to structure this, because here's kind of how it works. Let me visualize it for you, and I guess for myself right now. New page here. More colors. Okay, so basically how it works is a player gets 2 heroes, 3 lands, 1 spell, and 1 structure. Oh, yeah, 1 structure, whatever. Structure, yeah. So a player basically gets 5, 6, 7 cards per set, right? Because this has to be in a proportion. So for every 2 heroes, they have to have 3 lands, 1 spell, 1 structure. The old god should have 3 just 3 of any card, random cards. per set here, right? So the total number of player cards. So for each set, so for every 7 cards a player has, the old god gets 3. It's not really great math currently, but part of that is just due to the number of cards in the whatever. There's a better way to say this, though. It's probably like determine the number of sets that the player gets, right? Like determine, because basically this is based on like the number of rounds, right? So for every player gets to play 2 cards per round for 2 players, which is 4 cards per round. Which means, if we want it to go a maximum of 9 rounds, a set is well defined in the rules. No, it is not. It is certainly not. That's the thing. Like this is where I would have to define it, because deck building isn't really a a thing. Basically, every set of cards, right, is determined by... I'm just using the term set. It doesn't actually have to be called a set. It can be called something else, but... this is us just trying to figure out how to word it, really. But yeah, for every set, a player or the old god should have 3 cards. Because if it was, you could attach 3 cards to the god per set. That's what I'm, yeah, I guess that's what I'm thinking, right? You could just say, I define a set. Like, each player can have as many as many sets of cards as they want. A set consists of this. Based on the number of sets you have, the old god has 3 cards, right? I think that's probably how I do it, right? I think that's probably the most logical way to do it. Yeah, I think that works. Another page to the rulebook. Yeah, I mean that's what this is, right? This is actually literally what we're adding is the deck building section. That's the goal here. So it's a little bit in the afterwards because it's kind of a experimental feature, but I think, yeah, we just reword it. I think rewording it like that makes the most sense. The player will, is set a good word? Like a set of cards? I can't think of a better word, but because it's not deck, because the deck would consist of multiple sets. I'm trying to think of like other terms that would work, but I think set might make the most sense. Perfect. Then I think defining what a set is, how many cards you get, is perfect. Okay. And if you don't like a set, it can be a placeholder word. Yeah, I think we'll just start with this. The player will choose the number of sets of cards they want to use for the game. Again, we're gonna reword this, but I just need to get it out. Player will choose the number of sets of cards they want to use for the game. A set consists of set consists of blah 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 blah. Once the player has chosen these cards, they will then take 3 cards at random from the old god deck based on the old god deck per set they have chosen. Or I guess per set. Let's see here. What else do I need to say? The length of the game can also be determined by the number of sets per game, or number of sets. Each set should be approximately 1 round. No, it should be approximately 2 rounds. That, you know what, this is just me guessing. That shouldn't actually be in here. I was like, yeah, it's kind of like the length of the game, but it's really not. That's just me guessing. So maybe speaking out of ignorance, but how many sets is the deck made up of? So technically, that's a great question. It is made up of 18 sets, I believe, which means the game like can go quote unquote infinitely until you kill the old god, right? Whereas if you play with a certain number of sets, technically the deck can run out and then you just have to finish the game without drawing more cards. But yeah, the full deck, which you can play with, right, is in theory, if my math is correct, about 18 sets, which would be 18 rounds of play ish. The built-in timer of sorts, that's cool. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah, because sometimes the games go too long, which is part of it, and then the other part is like just for like, yeah, I guess it's mostly for, yeah, time's sake, but also kind of as a resource, right? Because then your cards become more of a resource to use where you don't want to lose them as much because you're not getting more eventually, right? I guess it's a resource and a timer. That's why then you can have cool things like milling cards, right? Where you just take your cards from your draw pile and discard them directly as a resource, where it's like you can spend your time essentially, right? Is basically what milling your cards would do, which is kind of interesting. Okay, let me read this back. Deck building is an experimental feature based on proportions of cards. Currently, this is how it works. A player will choose a number of sets of cards they want to use for the game. A set consists of 2 heroes, 3 lands, 1 structure, and 1 spell. Once the player has chosen these cards, they will then take 3 cards at random from the old god Once the player has chosen these cards, they will then take 3 cards at random from the old god deck per set. I should say 3 cards per set at random from the old god deck. That's less confusing. 126 card deck is huge. So that means the old god deck is 54. I believe that is correct. Yes. So sorry, 100, it's technically half that, right? It's because there's 2 players, right? Each player gets their own deck. All right, 126 divided by 2. Yeah, I think it's something like that. Sorry, it's 7 each for the players. 7 times, so 7 times 18. Oh wait, no, you're right, actually. Yeah, it's total number of players. Yeah, so each. My math is getting confused somewhere. I guess let me just look at this. Okay, so this is based off the number of cards. The number of cards I chose for the Old God is based on the number of like rounds or number of cards players can play. A player can only play 2 cards per turn, or 2 cards per turn plus 2 players is 4 total cards. So the Old God can only place 3 cards per turn. Just based on balance and whatnot, right? The player total deck is 72 cards. So you kind of have to match up proportions sometimes, which can get a little bit weird. But so 72 cards times 2. Yeah. Sorry, there's 144 cards basically, right? If you have two full player decks. Is that right? The proportions get a little weird. And I'm starting to lose track of how this all works, but I guess maybe, well, it would only be in, wait, can 72 divided by 4? Yeah, it'd be 18. Yeah, because I recommend players have about 36 cards. Which, yeah, proportionally works out. It's kind of confusing, but yeah, you get it. It's and technically the Old Gods deck is also proportional. Like they have the same number of cards in their deck, but you choose them at random rather than like going through and choosing them. I guess the other thing is like we'll have like a 2 separate modes. There'll be like a build mode where players choose the exact cards they wish to have. And then there's like a draft mode where my current thought was kind of do it like a roguelike, right? Where you pull 3 cards and pick one. Or maybe it's 2 cards because if it's half the deck. Yeah, I don't know. It's something like that. I say, depending on your preference, draw, reveal 2, 2, 3 cards, and then pick one. Pick one. We'll do 3 cards. Reveal 3 cards and then pick one. Place that card into your deck and repeat the process until you have a full deck of... Until you have a full deck. Okay, let's see what ChatGPT does with this. I'm making rules for deck building. Here is what I have so far. I think break it down from micro to macro. What is a set? How many sets to use? Get Gods X3. Yeah. Here Thank you. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna see what typically armies experimental phase based on proportions of card distribution. Players customize their deck while maintaining balance using the following guidelines. Deck building, choose sets. Player selects a number of sets of cards in their deck. Each set consists of blah blah blah. Old God's influence. For each, I don't know why I added influence there, but for each set chosen, the player adds 3 random cards from the Old God deck. Old God to their deck size. There's no strict limit, but recommend as deck building modes. Players select the exact cards they want from their deck. Draft mode. Players reveal 3 of them. Repeat this until. Let's preface. God, I can't type. How do you spell preface? Certainly not. Preface. I don't know. Yeah, sure, that works. Depending on how you want to build your deck, here are a few suggested modes. Okay, what do you say? Break it down from macro to micro. What a set is, how many sets to use. I think, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Player can choose any number of sets. No, it's, wait, 72 times 2 divided by 4. Hmm. Mm, 9 times 4? Got it. Each side will change the length of the game. Will, I guess, increase the length of the game by 1 to 2 rounds. If you are just starting out, I recommend Runner. Yo, what's up? How you doing? Beans. We're getting real close to being done with this rule book. And I'm back. How GPT help find words you were looking for? I hope. I'm good. How you doing, buddy? I don't know if that was to me or to Thunder, but I'm doing good. I'm glad you're doing good. If you're starting out, I'd recommend 9 sets, I guess. I think I figured out what I'm looking for. To both of you. Oh, they're called Thunder. Sorry. Honestly, I'm pretty sure I just call them Thunder. I don't think they care. Probably should say Ed. Ed makes more sense. I just, like, my dyslexic brain was just like, saw thunder, and, you know, here we are. Feel sunny, spring finally. I go by all of it. There you go. Mid-North has been cold and gray. Fun. Yeah, it's like 70-something degrees out today. I don't know why I'm wearing a hoodie, to be honest. It's probably colder in my house than it is outside. I think I got a good enough thing here. I'm gonna read it over one more time. Deck building in Armies Against Entropy is an experimental feature based on proportions of card distribution. Proportional card distribution. Players can customize their decks while managing, well, gosh dang it. Players can customize their deck while maintaining balance using the following guidelines. Deck building. Choose sets. Players select a number of sets from their deck. Each set consists of 2 heroes, 3 lands, 1 structure, and 1 spell. Number of sets. Players can choose any number of sets. Each set will increase the length of the game by 1 to 2 rounds. If you are just starting out, I'd recommend 9 sets. Old God cards, maybe? For each chosen set, for each set chosen, the players add 3 random cards from the Old God, adds 3 random cards to the Old God deck. Yeah. Deck building modes. Depending on how you want to build your deck, there are a few suggested. Here are a few suggested modes. Build mode, fully customizable. Players select the exact cards they want to use in their deck. Draft mode, random selection. Players reveal 3 random cards at a time, choosing one to add to their deck. Choose one to add to their deck, and then repeat the process until they reach the desired deck size. There we go. You guys are having a conversation. I love it. Let's see. I have to ask again because my brain's still leaky holes. I know. By mid-north, you mean the US? 70. It would be nice. I think American temperature is about 38 or something like that. Just above, right, Celsius. Yeah, it's not actual bowls. Damn, it sounded too realistic. North of Prince George, BC. There you go. How's the weather, you know? Okay. Good old cat meme. The old cat sus. Pretty sure Thunder's Canadian. Oh, Canada. Because I sang the Oh, Canada thing last time. That's how I remember it. West Coast Canada. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I don't know geography either, but... Oh, good. Let's add this to the thing. Will this fit here without me having to redo everything? That is the question. Yes, we just need to move the links to the other page. Or This is by far my favorite song in the album. We do need to restructure this slightly because it did not paste quite correctly, but this will work. It blocked a comment. Yeah, YouTube has like some auto-modded comments. And I don't know why I can't ever see them. It like is very aggressive at auto-modding sometimes. I can't remember if you're part of the Discord server, but you can feel free to post it in the live chat on the stream chat in there, or the stream chat in the Discord server if you want. Otherwise, just try rewording it. East Canada can kick rocks. What? What? It won't let me say 51st state. That's wild. Is that because that's like a thing happening? Like the whole, I don't know. I don't know enough about politics. I'll be real, but I know there's like jokes about that, right? Where like, I don't know. We're not getting into politics. We're not gonna go there, but I know there's definitely stuff going on about that. I don't know. It'd be wild if they're auto-modding that, but I need to just pop this up on my other screen so I don't keep. Oh, it's rocking Canada right now. Classic. I mean, it's definitely, you know, big here in America too, but I try my darndest to not really get involved with anything. I really should, probably, arguably. I should know more about politics. That said, I don't like talking about them. I prefer to focus on more positive things, honestly. So there you have it. Because a lot of times it just feels like watching sports. I would love to be an American. I can't tell if that's sarcasm or not. This isn't quite... I don't need this. I'd love to be an American generally because the accent is music to my ears. You like the American accent? That's interesting. Like, it's always interesting to think of like yourself having like watch because your voice JKJ. Well, thank you. I mean, at least it's not like, okay, wait, I actually screenshotted this. This is what our good friend Gladiator said about me. he pops in chat every now and then. I don't actually know the guy personally, but this is what he said about me. Because apparently that's what I sound like. Which I kind of understand, because my voice is kind of like higher pitch and like a little bit like nasalier. But than like you would expect, I guess. But yeah, I think it's funny. I really don't care. I think we're just gonna do... We'll do this as like a... No, there's no sarcasm there. You guys have Constitution that upholds rights. The East Coast treats us poorly. Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I feel like... I don't know. Government can definitely be corrupt, for sure. Wherever you are. Wherever you may be. But I don't really care where I live, you know? I mean, obviously, like, there's places that are in, like, much worse shape. As long as I get to keep working on my stuff, I'm happy. That's how I feel. That is how I feel. If I can keep working on games, I'm good. Obviously, like, you know, I'm very much the same, yeah. We want... I think we're doing extra bold for these, right? Yeah. Even the UK is a mess. Yeah, I think everything's a mess right now. Everything, everywhere. Which is kind of a shame, but, you know, here we are. But also, like, I think everything's always been a mess, right? I think just it's so much more apparent with social media and stuff. I think everything has always been messed up. That's why, like, one of my things I just wanted, like I said, like, I just want to, like, the thing I like about doing content creation and stuff like that is, like, kind of taking your mind off that kind of thing, you know? Just like, hey, let's just make a game and talk about that or whatever. That's like the kind of content I like to watch too, right? It's just stuff that's just like, yeah, I don't have to think about all the terrible stuff in the world. Let's actually talk about something good, you know? Even if, except your rule books. Heck yeah. I think, you know, popping a lid open down here. I wish it could happen up here too. Well, Canada wants to revoke Elon's citizenship. Yes, yeah, I digress. Yeah. You look puzzled. I respond to you saying everything is a mess. Ah. Gotcha. Yes. Sorry. My, yeah, I kind of forgot what I was responding to at that point. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, some people are like really, really good at remembering what they said when they read like an old message. And I'm like, I don't know how you do that. I just like say something and I forget what I said. Not really forget, but like, it's like hard keeping the timeline of the things I said in order. Like, what am I responding to? Especially while trying to do this. I don't think I need this. Deck building in Armies Against Entropy is an experimental feature based on proportional card distribution. Players can customize their cards while maintaining balance using the following guidelines. It doesn't have to be perfect because this is definitely going to change, but using the following guidelines. Choose sets, players, choose. The following guidelines thing is what's throwing me off. It's not really like using the following guidelines. It's like, it's like by doing the following. That's probably not the most eloquent way to say it either, but choose as players, select a number of sets from their deck. Each consists of two heroes. Heroes are what color? Yellow. The yellow one. Hello? Okay, that was weird. Can make it numerical and show one set of cards of 7 cards equals 3. Can make it numerical and show one set of cards equals 3 of the old cards. Yeah, I think I definitely will do that once this is like solidified. Like I will have like graphs and stuff here, right? But this is just like this is like the back of the book experimental stuff, so I don't really, it doesn't have to be perfect, I think, for now. This will be expanded upon later. It will be in the back of the book anyway, but yeah, that's definitely something I would do, for sure. Totally agreed. Totally agreed. Definitely for sharks. I don't need this open anymore. I'm trying to see if I want to like color this entire text here. I guess so. It might not be the exact right color. I do need to like update my color palette because I've added a few colors that I needed. And this is technically not even like a color palette designed for armies specifically. It's it was from my old comic that I used to do. I feel like this yellow needs to be a smidge more orange just so it's readable. There we go. Still kind of hard to read, but it's fine. Players choose any number of sets. Each set will increase the game by 1 to 2 rounds. If you are just starting out, I recommend 9 sets. Oh god, for each chosen set, gotta keep doing that, the players will add 3 random cards from the old god deck. This needs to be, I don't know, let's make it 14 font. Yeah, maybe only 12. 13? Sure. Okay. I think this is about it. At least for this section. Then we can move on to other such things. Yeah, that'll look nicer in the end, but for now, this is this. This is this, and that is that. Okay. Let's look at our... Let's look at where we're at this point. We've got that in here. So we completed our deck building part. We only need a list of terms, which I started the other day. Some of them I think might just be like super redundant, but oh, am I affiliate yet? Sorry, I totally missed that. I am not. I have the right number of, well, I have 3 concurrent viewers currently, which is nice. I don't know how long I need to get 3 concurrent viewers for. Watch from mobile, PC, and mobile. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, I don't know. I think it has to be like average concurrent viewers, so it has to be like, what is it, per week, per month, per what? I think it might be per week. Maybe? Or is it per month? It might be per month. Or is it like average of your entire lifetime? Because that would be really difficult. Because that means the more you stream, the more likely, or your average would just get destroyed for being... So for Twitch, you can become affiliate. So basically you can have, you know, people can subscribe to you and stuff like that. But before that, they can't do that, right? They can't do that. You can't have your own emotes. You can't have, well, you might be able to have some emotes. I'm actually not entirely sure about that. I thought I saw something about emotes the other day and I was like, wait, I actually can add emotes. Well, it doesn't let me click on it, so I guess not. I also think it might be broken, so it's hard to say. Shrug, right? But yeah, and I can do like redeems and all that kind of stuff. But in order to do that, I need you have to meet like a certain criteria. And I don't know how many. It says average concurrent viewers per stream, but I don't know what that sample size is. So a pre-vetting system, yeah, basically. Yeah, because like if you don't like, which is kind of a little weird that they wouldn't let you get like, I guess that they don't. Do they not advertise at all? I guess they don't advertise on you at all if you don't have affiliate, right? I don't know if you get pre-roll ads or whatever, regardless, or what, but, or if they just throw ads at you. I don't remember how that works, but you start getting paid for ads and stuff like that. It does seem weird that they wouldn't just let you get subscribers without being affiliate, because Twitch is getting money off of that too, so that just seems a little weird now that I'm thinking about it, but But yeah, I mean, I guess to be affiliated with Twitch, they want you to meet that criteria to get monetization, right? I guess it's because it's probably more work than it's worth to pay you if you're not getting any money, right? Because, I don't know. It's kind of weird, but... All right, what should we do next? Should we do more organizing of stuff, or do we do a list of terms? Because we have this page and this page to, like, make look nice. And then we have a list of terms, and then after that, we have to go through the entire book and replace any card that... that is old. List of terms, okay. Let's do it. We started that one last time. And I don't honestly know how many terms we need. I wrote down everything that we could possibly need, and some of these I think are probably a little bit, like, redundant. Like, do we need to explain what before and after are? How many terms is that important? I mean, right now I have 13. And again, I don't know if I need to explain what some things are. It's like, do I need to explain what play a card means? Is that... Yes, terms. We do like a good term here. My dumbass would be like, sure, but before what and after what? Yeah, it's like... Technically, like... There's certain examples, right? Like, before and after I wrote down because there's certain things where it's like, before this card attacks, gain 2 units. Do I need to explain? I think that's just like absolutely too much. Right? Like, it's not really a proper term in game, right? Are there different ways to play a card? No. Not really. Well... I guess there's technically, like... Let's pull up the game, and so we can actually explain things as we go, too, because that's useful. Is tabletop even opening? Yeah, okay, sorry. The only... Technically, playing cards is all the same. And it's explained in the rules, I believe. I'll have to double check that now that I'm thinking about it, but I'm 90% sure I explained how to play a card. But actually, that's a good point. Before I even do this, let me check and see if I explain it in the rulebook. Because if I explain it in the rulebook, it's like, why even bother? Put it in a list of terms. The list of terms, I think, is really for anything that isn't explained in the rest of the rulebook. Because I could go over what, like, different card types are, but I have a whole page on what the card types are, right? So... let's look up playing card. I think, like... is that one of the pages I already have up? Turn order. I think it is. It's literally page... it's page 7 and 7.5, I believe. Wait, no. On. Current player will draw 2 cards. That's draw phase, play phase. And the current player may play cards into their play space from their hand. This is literally describing what play does. So you may play 2 land card, 2 of any land, structure, blah, 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 or any combination per turn. You play any number of spells at any time per turn. Spells supersede all other actions. Yeah, we explain what play is. I don't think we need to. So list of terms is more about words you used in a rulebook rather than describing the actual game functions. Only plays good. So the idea is any terms on the cards that aren't explained elsewhere. For instance, like I said, we have like, this is already a list of terms, but all these terms are assigned to an icon, right? So like the gods, so like let me actually show you what the cards look like too, right? So a card will have icons inside of it if they I'll make it big in case you're at least looking on phone and PC. So but yeah, you see how there's icons on the card, right? So it's not really necessary to explain those in an additional area, right? The list of terms is more supplementary for anything that I talk about that isn't super well defined. Like destroy is a good one, right? It's like, what does it mean by destroying a card? I believe I do describe it in certain sections, but it's something I probably can make slightly more clear. The 3 terms I know for a fact I need to explain are destroyed. Well, actually, destroyed and disabled. Yeah, disabled are the 2 main ones I need to explain. Discard is like potentially something I need to explain, as like simple as that is. I have had people confused about like when a card is destroyed, whether it's can be something from in their hand. So like, I guess these are like things that can happen to a card that aren't represented by an icon, right? In play, on the other hand, maybe could be something I could describe. Like an in-play card is a card that is on the board, right? That one I think maybe I could do, along with enters play. I love your art. I stopped listening and just stared at the pretty colors. Thank you. Yeah, I'm actually getting a lot better, which is actually kind of cool. I like all of the new beta cards. They look pretty good. I like the giant turtle. Giant turtle is pretty rad. I was really happy with the witch's hut too. That one actually turned out pretty well. Yeah, it's kind of a nice pastel palette. I'm pretty happy with it. And of course, there's the old god cards. Pretty much do all, like, everything up for this game on stream, so I'll probably do more art later, but not later, but like, are these cards out of play? Yes, the beta cards are not in the base game. They will be, or most of them will be. Yeah, most of the cards will be added to the base game. But some of them will remain in beta for patron members. Oh, no, I mean the definition. Ah, I see what you're saying. My bad. No, you're good. You're good. Are there cards out of play? Sorry. Yes. Cards out of play would be ones in your hand, right? So in hand would be out of play. On the board would be in play. That's what you're saying now. But yeah, that's art. I like this one. Anyway. Where was I? Terms. In play, enters play. Those are probably fine. Targets. I think I only use it like once, which is maybe why I need to define it. Targets meaning like cards chosen, right? Move a card. Moving units definitely doesn't need to be defined, but moving cards definitely could be. But usually the card is explaining what it's doing, right? That's the thing. Like teleport is an example of moving a card, right? Let's take a look at teleport. Ah. Why is the archer broken? I thought I fixed that. There we go. I did. Just need to refresh it. Move up to 3 cards in play from one player's control to any other player's control. Units are moved with the card. Like, that's where it's like... Targets would be a thing under the old god. You target who you want. It's literally the only... It's actually this card right here. He can select 2 targets, which is just a term that's just not used anywhere else. But like, I feel like if this hero has 10 or more units on it, you may attack 2 targets, but only take the damage of the highest power level target. That should actually say strength and not power level. Let's change that while we noticed it. New cards, yeah. Yeah, we got a bunch of, there should be, I don't know, like 12 new cards in the game once it's updated. This update's kind of gotten out of hand. I have to make a wheel and roll. Oh, make like a wheel and roll. Like, that makes sense. See you later, Beats. Thanks for the stream. Have a good rest of your day. You too. I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. Sorry, I'm still laughing at make like a wheel and roll. But yeah, it was good having you. Thanks for stopping by. I will see you next time around. Calm Hand Archer. Highest. What is the strength? Is it still power level or PL? I think it is. What the heck is it? Oh, PL. Yeah, it still is. Because I have not updated my own terminology in my game. It's okay. It's all back-end stuff no one will ever know. There we go. It's an icon instead. Takes up less things. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if targets is really... really necessary. I don't know. Kind of really hard to say. It feels redundant, honestly. This list is maybe something I shouldn't just come up with and just like pick everything I think would need, and maybe something I come up with playtesting, right? because like moving a card I don't think needs to be explained. Before and after, that's just like ridiculous. Reveal maybe, and controlled. Targets I think is extra. I think these are maybe the terms I need to go with. Look at it more of a list, quick reminders to new players. Yeah, I think so. Like, part of me wants to just like gather this information when playtesting, like with new players, and they go, wait, what does it mean when it's, you know, it says destroyed, right? That's kind of probably how I should do this, is just like extra terms. But for now, I think we're gonna go with these, whatever, 7 things. Destroyed. When a card is... When a player card is... cards... units for each 0, or a... old god card. How do I describe this actually? For an old god card, is card's strength is beaten. Help if I spelled strength right. Then well, no, this is redundant. I just need to say destroyed when a card is destroyed. It just seems like obvious, but also at the same time, I know there's been people being like, what? You know what? Maybe what we do is we put the more generic terms first. Destroyed is when a card in play is removed from play and put into the discard pile. Jeez, can't type. There we go. So yeah, it'll just be a small list of terms here, but for now we'll just do these because these are some that I think I've kind of had problems with. I can't remember exactly, like someone hasn't necessarily been like, this exact thing is an issue, but disabled is honestly probably the most necessary term to put in there. But and then, like I said, I remembered some people being confused, like, oh, can I like destroy a card in my hand? Well, no, you can't. It's only if it's in play, which is why I probably should describe in play, right? Which is why destroy and discard should be here. When a card in your hand is removed from play and put into the discard pile. Disable might need to be like something more prominent in the rule book, But I don't really know where it would go because it can happen to both player and Old God cards. It's like a special type of effect, right? But for now, it's just going to exist here, but it might need to be added elsewhere as well at some point. Disable, so a card can when a card is disabled, it cannot, or I guess maybe even going in effect that can happen to a card. This effect prevents cards from attacking. What else does it do? Prevents cards from attacking or using or using any effects. This includes you using abilities, gaining this includes gaining benefits from base effects, comma, unit effects, comma, triggered effects, or using abilities. There we go. This effect prevents cards from attacking or using any I'm actually gonna call it affliction. Affliction? Yeah, sure, why not? Effect just was using too many words, using the word too many times. Units can still be allocated to disabled cards. Units can still be allocated to and from disabled cards. Okay, controlled. A card that is in play belonging to a player or old god. Usually this is specified who controls it. Okay, reveal. Cards are shown but not played. This cards, I guess, that are shown but not played. Enters play. When a card is placed. And I don't think I need enters play. I think in play is probably the only one. When a card is... A card is in play when it is put onto the play space. This does not include cards in your hand. Maybe we should do play space. The table. Cards on the table. Seems redundant, but we did it. There we go. It's done. Super exciting, I know. But we've done it. Page 13. We'll put the links at the bottom. Actually, we need to do this. Let's do this. Problem with Photoshop is certainly not a text editor. I could use, what's it called? InDesign, but I really didn't feel like figuring out another program for this, this thing. But here we are. I don't know. Let's add guides. What's happening? Oh. New guide layout. Okay. Yeah, one of the things maybe I should do is like double check and try to get all these terms within the rulebook itself and not have them at the back of the thing, but that's probably the end goal, but right now I think it's fine. It's kind of nice, I guess, to have like the list of terms though, because then you can just go to the back and like reference them, but I don't know. I don't know, I just work here, you know. Should I put something at the bottom for fun? Something for funsies? Like maybe me. Another me in there. Oh, hi, Kitten. Oh, don't give me that look. You looked very angry. Like I disturbed you. Did I save the extra sparkly eyes I had here? I don't think I did. It's like an overlay. Okay, this is done. I don't need this open anymore. It's kind of terrifying to just have a disembodied face, but bear with me. No. Oh, there we go. Well, happy beats. Those are empty. Interesting. Okay, I need... I'm gonna put these in here. There we go. Flip the flop. This is just for fun. There's no real reason to be doing this. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. I know exactly what I want to have here. Hold on. Props. Is it a prop? I could have sworn I had... Give me a second. Armies against entropy. It's probably in one of my devlogs. Although I think it might be in a soul devlog, actually. Soul devlogs. There's one where I'm like holding a little heart. Extra large icons. Here it is. I think is the heart from whatever it's called. Charm. No. 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 Really should have drawn these directly on the these need to be on the eye layer. Merge layers. and I want to be looking up. Maybe? It always looks weird when my character looks up, and I'm not sure why that is. It might just be eyebrows, maybe? Maybe you should be looking directly at the camera. Yeah, that makes more sense. There we go. There we go. A little extra little bit there. I guess playing doesn't need to be capitalized. Okay, that's done. Okay, we got page 13 and or 12 and 13 done. 6 is done. 7 is good. 8. Sorry, this is 3. 3 is good. We just need these 2 pages and then to replace literally every card on every card. I'm gonna hit the bathroom first, and then we're going to I don't know, we'll tackle one of those things, and then we will probably find someone to raid. So be on for another half an hour or so. So be right back. I have returned. What's up, Wiz? How you doing? Wizzy? How you doing? Sorry. Stepped away for half a second there. You showed up right as I left. Also, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Okay. What are we doing? I figure we can kind of just put some cards down here. And then just show the icons can appear both in the body and the just like in different locations, right? It's mostly just filler, but we may as well have something there rather than nothing. Let's just do like, let's find some cards that have like a good number of icons, right? World Ender's a good candidate. It at least has 2. That's probably a good one though, right? There's a bunch in there. Abyssal Domain. What else we got? Chaos Gate could also. They're kind of similar though. Kind of samey. Wrath maybe. Although Wrath I feel like might still have too many words, but maybe like Banish. Well, the energy and positivity on your stream. You are an inspiration. Thank you. It's very kind of you to say. Welcome in. How you doing today? Maybe Charm as well. Well, actually, probably shouldn't have. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. We'll throw these in on there. Let's make sure to copy these and put them into. Cards and 1.5 cards and paste. We want these. Don't quite need them like massive. Do I actually say this ever, that icons can appear in the body of the rulebook, or sorry, of the cards? Let's see. Players are updated. No. I don't. Okay, so it's maybe worth mentioning. Like it can go. Be right before, sorry, right after all these. Like, keep in mind, icons can appear in the body or in the base effect or bonus effect of any card, exclamation point. Just as a little extra tidbit, this should be like 11 sized font. And I'm sure it is not the right size of... Oh, it's... I mean, it should be semi-bold, I think. But, whatever. Okay, more cards. Let's actually keep this consistent and make sure that all this is within the same scale. Let's call it 24. 24%. It's always weird because they look like they're different scales even though they're not. You've over-rotated this one. There you go. We'll give it a little bit more room there. Good enough for me. Let's see. Okay, now we got this page as well. Let's see here. If you want, you can join my Discord, but I generally don't add random people. No offense. All right, this page is done. They update all these? I did, so we're good there. I'm trying to think how we can... Structures can be placed in any space, but if there are no lands beneath them, they enter play disabled. Similarly, if lands beneath a structure is destroyed, the structure becomes disabled. This rule does not apply to heroes or any other card type. Cool. Oh, hi. Why are you attacking me? You want to say hi to stream? Here. I gotcha. You're mine. Say hi to stream. Can you say meow? Yeah, hi. Little kitten. He's as happy as can be. Sort of, probably not. He's purring at least. With a void. Okay, bye. I think what we do really is just we do I think it was this way before or something like this. This is just gonna look better. Well, no. Is the link expired? Shouldn't be. I can send you a new one, but... Boom, boom, boom. It should be a forever link, but... Really? Boom, 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 boom. Invite people. Hidden. Use copy button. Copied. It literally is just copying the... I don't think it's letting me do it in streamer mode. I can, Is that why? I'll send you a new one. Give me a sec. Yeah, just hidden in streamer mode. There you go. Like, this works. It just doesn't look quite right. There's no way. That definitely should work. Let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, sorry, buddy. I'm not adding a random person. I appreciate it, though. That is against my policy. My personal policy. Usually don't add people I don't know. Sometimes they don't even add people I do know. How do I make this look nice? I mean, I guess this is okay, but it's like, it feels like there should be more on this page, right? I mean, potentially moving these both over to the side might look better. Nah. Maybe we can take inspiration from the rest of the rulebook. Just look at this for half a second. I mean, most of the information is justified on the left, so maybe I should left justify everything. Wait. Why did I... Can I combine these two pages? Is that possible? Did I jump the gun and think I couldn't when I can? Kind of wish I didn't expand these now. We'll give it a try here. Probably why I should save different versions of the cards. I did reorganize it slightly. What if... Hold on, let's just mess around here for a second. I might not save this, but let's just give it a shot. Move these up. Spells can be here. What if instead we do something like this? I'm not even sure if this is a good idea yet, but we're going with the old college try. And then the old book, it was... These two are next to each other. So we can probably do that. And this can just go... within here, right? I think. Or maybe not. Let's just do it one thing at a time, I guess. Okay, this is working. All right. This is a warning. Please stop asking. Because it is starting to sound like a scam. I guess maybe we just... like this. And then maybe... I mean, I could maybe flip this and it would look better. Like if I did... Well, the arrow would have to be flipped. The merchant couldn't. Merchant would go here. This would go over here. And then the whole thing would be scooted over. Yeah, it looks better. Merchant. maybe more like this. Made the whole thing down a smidge. So maybe it should be like either smaller or just like to look like an aside, right? I think we might almost be done, which is pretty rad. We just need to throw the unit spawn in here. Which I think, okay, hold on. First of all, I need to not paste it there. It needs to be pasted here. It's maybe a little bit cramped or a little bit weird. It feels like this isn't really important, but I don't know. Maybe it's okay. But with that exception, I think it's done. I just need to go through and, like I said, replace every card. Which I think is probably for another day. I think next time we go through, we replace every card that needs to be replaced. And then we push everything out to the main version. I'll need to write up patch notes, which is probably the biggest thing. I could write patch notes on stream, might be kind of boring, but I also don't have a lot of time outside of this to work on the game, so these should be the same. This can be like it's like 10 point. What is this? 10? Yeah. And there we go. Okay. So close to done. I think for now we will be done. I'm probably going to we'll probably raid someone. I think I'm gonna be done. Yeah, no, I should be. I've got so much other work to do. Let's go on a full camera here. I kind of want to keep working, but I also think I should do other stuff. Is what's his name live? Because I feel like he'd be cool to raid. No, he is not. Sad. Who do we raid? Yeah, so if you're on YouTube and you want to join Twitch for a raid, you can. We'll find someone cool to talk to. Let's make some friends. Trying to find someone to pick. Anyone has any suggestions, I will take them. I was like, oh, that person seemed maybe cool, and they don't speak English, so womp womp. Maybe not them. Nothing against them, but I would like to understand them. Let's just see if there's any TCG people still. I hate this TCG. See if we can find any TCG friends. Anyone making their own game? Doesn't happen often. Who just messaged me? Oh. Anonymous. Join the Discord server. Just calling you out. I see you. See you hanging out. Yo, we're about to end, but I appreciate you jumping in the server. You ever watch people on Twitch? I'm trying to find someone to raid. All good. The rulebook's almost done though. Very, very close to done, so we don't have to watch that boring content. Honestly, it's been actually more fun than I thought it would. More interesting, I guess. But here we are. It's the same category. I'm not finding much in the way of cool TCG people. I'm sure there's cool people playing cool TCGs, but I'm looking for people who are making them, and it is few and far between, I'll tell you what. Yeah, I saw you doing it, looking pretty much done. Yeah, it's there's just like some tweaks where I just need to like replace some of the art, and then after that I need to write up patch notes, and then the game's new version is done and ready to play. So that is exciting. There's people, but not people. You know, maybe we just do art instead. Let's write an art person. We like art. Art is cool. I always take forever to find someone. I need to start streaming my TCG dev so you can raid someone. I've literally only found one other person working on TCGs. My camera is just not... It needs to like point down slightly, doesn't it? I'm just like, I look like I'm like, hi guys, hello? There we go, see, better. But agreed. If you do, I will raid you. I'll tell you what. I also need to just like search for some of these people in my spare time. You know what? Here's someone working on 3D Pokemon card art. Next time for sure. That'd be cool. Someone's working on, you know, the cutting out Pokemon cards and doing that. We're gonna join them. Anyway, Anonymous, thank you for showing up. Everyone else, thank you for hanging out. Whoever's lurking, I know there's some of you lurkers. I appreciate you being here. We're gonna raid this guy who's doing 3D Pokemon card art, which I always thought was very interesting. And yeah, we'll be back on, God, it's Wednesday already, isn't it? We'll be back on Friday. I think we'll finish up the rulebook stuff. Hopefully, if all goes according to plan, which I don't know if it will because it's been difficult, I will have a video done and ready to be put out for finally having another video out. That's actually on my channel, so hold me to it. Anyway, start raid. Takes 10 seconds. Anyway, goodbye. Farewell. Have a good one. And raid. Stop streaming.